Okay, so hi, hello, and welcome to another video. So for today we are talking about the 25 books that I want to read in 2025, and let's just say that a lot of these are books that I had on last year that I haven't gotten to, and basically these were ones that I was really interested in reading, and then, you know, I sometimes really suck at reading the things that I was supposed to read. So we are going to put them on here for now. Some of them are new. And yeah, that's kind of where we are going with everything. So let's just talk about this. So I don't really know too much about a lot of these books, because I like to go into my books kind of blank, and I feel like the reason is that it's just not simpler to, let's call it, not have a, let's call it, an eye for probably like anything that people have written as like bad. Sometimes, you know, the books start out like at 4 stars when you see them, and then as you get to them they are like 3 stars because people have read them and haven't liked them. And if a book sounds interesting for me, I will put it on and then basically see it for myself if I like it. But let's talk about them. Most of these I don't have a lot of things to say about. Let's just the first one is Grape. So I read the 0.5, which is Flow, and we are following this 2 people who at the end is not together, but I think it might be music related, so yeah, that's kind of everything I know. So yeah, so that was Grape, and I mean, I loved Flow, so I already own Grape, and I want to read. There are one more book after this, meaning that if I read Grape this year, I will have to finish it off this year. So that means that I will buy this book number 2 whenever that gets. The next one is Full Tilt, and this one is also a duology, meaning if I finish this off, I will have to, you know, read the next one. What I know about this is that it's heartbreaking. A lot of people have like called this the saddest book they have ever read, and I want to know if I feel that way or not. And then we have the second one, and I halfly know a little bit about the second one, meaning that I will know how this ends, and that might ruin the ending, you know. And then we have 1,000 Boy Kisses, and I think the reason why I wanted to read this is a weird reason, but it's because the main character is Scandinavian of some sort. Like, I don't remember if it's Swedish or Norwegian or Danish, but I think it might be Swedish. But that was kind of the whole reason why I wanted to get this, so yeah. Then we have The Last Letter, and this is, I know this is a military romance. That's all I know. I want to get to it and see how I am kind of vibing with it. I feel like with military romances, it really depends on how it's written and kind of what it's about. It might be, if it's like, I'm more in the like aftermath after, you know, you are at home and you are really struggling. That's kind of more my vibe than, you know, getting to, you know, all the military things. I am not that big fan of that. Yeah. Then we have June 1st, and to be honest, I don't remember anything what this is about, but apparently I really wanted to read it, and now I don't remember what it's about, but it's going to stay here. We are going to try and read it and see how we vibe with it. Then we have Making Faces, and I do believe that This might also be a military romance. Don't, it's just, people also say that this is really heartbreaking and sad, and apparently last year I was in a really like, I want to read all these sad books, because what I know a lot of these are heartbreaking, and apparently I wanted heartbreak last year. So yeah. And then we have A Fallen Star. I don't really know. It's a series, meaning that I will start another series, which is not that great. And that is kind of what I know about this. I think it was like the 4th or something that I really wanted to read, and if you know me, I need to start at the beginning. Don't ask why, but that's just how I am. Then we have Most of All You. And Mia Sheridan, I read Archer's Voice, and that was so good. I really want to read this now and see how I am vibing with that one as well. How do I like Mia Sheridan? Because I can't say that with only one book read. So yeah. Then we have The Law of Moses, and I think the reason why I wanted to read this is because it's on a list of sad books. So, as I said, apparently really wanted to see if I could make myself cry last year, and I didn't feel like crying. So yeah. And then we have Addicted to You, and for this one I know that these two people are together because they have an addiction, and that's kind of why they stay together. And it's a series, meaning I will start another series, which is apparently a really long one. So that's, yeah. Then we have Happy Place. Next year I am going to try and read all of Emily Henry's books, like all the ones that have gone out and is going to come out, and yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do. I have really been loving Emily Henry books. I own, at this current point, 3. There are at least like 1 more on the way to me, but if I bought anyone else, I don't remember. There is at least 1 that is on the way to me. Then we have The Sweet Gum Tree, and this one, I think it's on here because it's really sad, but I don't remember anything more than that. And yeah, that's kind of what we are dealing with. Like, I apparently want to see if a book can make me cry, because I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm really heartless when I read, just because I rarely cry in books. So yeah. The next one is Loving Mr. Daniels, and this one is a student teacher, and I think she is quite young. But I do think he's quite young too. I don't remember, but we are going to try that one. It's apparently sad. I have read Brittany C. Cherry before. I kind of wanted to read her Element series, so I have read the first one, which is The Air He Breathes. Then you have the Fire something. It's basically Element. You have The Fire Between, Silent Waters, and The Gravity of Us. Those are the 3 other books that I want to get to by her, but we are going to do this one here. Then we have Lovelight Farms, and this is, I think it's Christmas, and it's a series, and I think it has to do with, I think all of them are following like a season, so yeah, something in those lines. Don't really know, but I really want to try and get to it. Then we have Dark Notes, and I think this is student teacher as well. This is also quite sad. Don't ask me what I was thinking last year, because I don't know. But yeah, student teacher, I think it's a piano player or something, but she has been through something really like difficult. So yeah. Then we have Pestilence, and Pestilence is basically this, you have 4 books, and it's basically these people who come to Earth to kill off the world. And Pestilence is the first one. Can't wait to get to that. People have been loving this, so I can't wait. And it's a slow burn. And let's just say Laura Thalassa is such a good author. Then we have The Stolen Heir, and this is the 4th book in the Elfheim series. So the first one is The Cruel Prince. That's the first one. And then now we are following Oak, which is the female main character's brother in the first book. And this is a duology. I have been thinking about reading this for such a long time, and now might be the time. Then we have The Fine Print, and this is a 3-book series, I think. And basically it's sort of this like I almost said Disney, like this, yeah, this Disney World, like that. And basically they each have their own things to basically inherit this. I think that's the one that I'm talking about. I might confuse it with something else, but I do believe that's what it's about. Then I have Funny Story, which is yet another Emily Henry book that I haven't read, and I really want to. So I can't wait to get to those two. You know, Emily Henry is... I really have been loving Emily Henry, so I just want to get more from her. Then we have the Co-op, and this is Tara DeWitt, and I have read, I think, 2. I own one, I do believe, like that I haven't read yet, that I really want to, and I really also want to try and get to the Co-op. And yeah, I have been really loving Tara DeWitt's writing style, so I really want to try and get to this book, and then yeah. Then we have Deep End, and this is Ali Hazelwood's new book that comes out in, I think it's March. I think this comes out in March, and definitely can't wait to read this. This is like one of the ones that I know that I will get to, just because I have been loving Ali Hazelwood. And yeah, it's just can't wait to get to it. So yeah, don't know what it's about, but I will read it no matter what. Then we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and this one, she's basically going to this place. I don't know if it's basically this place with a weird name, and that's all I know. It's I try not to read too much, but this has been raved about, and I really want to try and get to it. And that's also a series, meaning that I will start another series, which sucks. Then we have Every Summer After, and this one, I don't know if it's this one that people say is kind of similar to what is the name of it? The Love and Other Words. I don't know if it's this one people say are similar to that one, but I love that one, and this one has also been raved about, and I really want to try and get to it. Yeah. Then we have The Paradise Problem. This is Christina Lauren. I haven't read a Christina Lauren book in such a long time, because I've been kind of afraid, because people have not liked the newer things that she has. However, people have said that this one is similar to the Honeymooners, and I love that, and I really want to try and get to this one. And it's probably some place where it's called, let's call it paradise, you know. Then we have The Long Game, and this is Elena Armas, and I read the Spanish Love Deception. Love that. A lot of people didn't like the second book in that series, so I will eventually get to that one, but it's not like I need to. But the long game, people are actually really loving that again, so I want to try out that one. Then we have The Crown and of Oath and Curses, and this is a fantasy romance. It's the only fantasy romance that I have on here, I think. Like, close to it at least. And basically, I saw Becca from Becca and the Books read this, and I kind of want to try it out and see if I like it or not. Don't know what it's about, except that it's fantasy romance, so yeah. And that was all of them. I actually have a hunch that I might have one too much, but if I have that, no I don't. I'm just putting it out there. If I have 26, I don't. Just forget that I have 26. It's 25 and an extra. So yeah, that's kind of everything. I have to say that I'm kind of sorry that I don't explain what any books are about, but I am that person that I don't want to really know. I want to know, like, when I put a book on my GoodReads shelf, I know what it's about. I know that I'm interested in it. But when I choose, like, which books am I going to pick for 2025, or like any year, really, I am basically like watching and saying that this is kind of the one that I will pick. I don't read what it's about. I might read like it. If the tagline is exceptionally, I will choose that one. If it's not, I kind of have to see, do I feel like with page numbers or rating, or if anything is really, really hyped, I will probably put it on to get to it and see if I like it. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!